your favorite rapper's time, your favorite movie star's time, your favorites time, your favorite celebrity's time, your favorite actor and actress underneath movie star category, favorite time, your favorite mogul's time. You know what time it is. All rights reserved in the building. Shout out to everybody in CommenterNation, greatest nation since United Nations. Yes, we talked about a depression album. Yes, we spoke about depression briefly, but let me break it down for you. Let me break it down. How this factor plays a part in what we're talking about. See, there's so many different angles. Sometimes you lose yourself. That's what Czarr does. I put in work so you never lose yourself. First off, I want to say, I believe TenTacion turned his depression into power. Was he really depressed? Absolutely. Let me explain why. He spoke about his childhood. I don't know if you watched the videos. He went into detail about his childhood. And he told the different things he went through. He told the different experiences he had, right? Not only did he do that for us, he broke down how he was seeing bad vibes, but he turned it into something positive. I want to tell you guys something like this so you understand. TenTacion was probably one of the only people, not just rap artists, not just famous person, that turned depression into power. I repeat, TenTacion was one of the only people I know of that turned depression into power. And you're asking how? Music. What he did with his money after he got the fame and his music. He didn't let it go to his head. He stayed centralized. He didn't go out and get the Ferrari, Maserati. He could have got all that. He could have got all that. I'm looking at the finance, the numbers. He could have did that. He didn't. He got a nice car. What was the next thing he did? He brought he did not agree with a lot of things they did. He brought them houses. Do you see the difference between him and a lot of other people? Let's get a bit deeper. You know how the Czarr rock. Now, depression works in certain stages. Moderate. Severe. I'm going to go ahead and say he probably had severe depression. Why do I say that? Has experiences. Look at the songs Ayala. Look at the song I say fake love, but you know what it is, YouTube guidelines. Look at that. And listen to how he's explaining things. He's calling out. It's like a warning sign, calling out, like, I need you in my life. He's also bringing in things with Ayala, saying how he regretted giving someone his all because they abused him. Listen to him, and you'd understand he is one of the only people that fought and used his depression for power. According to results, as Czarr now knows today, TenTacion with severe depression, do you know the likelihood of a person like that severely harming themselves? Being in situations where bad things happen by them doing it to themselves. Do you understand that? And you're telling me it's normal for a person to have just gave everything up that way. Heart to care. So next time you ask me, why do you do this story? Why are you doing that? You use it in your titles. Think about if your child was depressed. Think about what depression means to you. I want you to tell me it's not serious. I want you to tell me it's not serious. Because do you know it is more serious than paralegia? And y'all don't know what that is, do y'all? If two of your limbs were not working, it is considered just as serious as that, because the outcome of people who deal with that. Now, here come the old guys with the guts. I don't know what this is about. I don't get it. They're smirk. You know you can't get down that. I want to see how he gets down from that. I want to see how he climbs down. Okay, he's walking around. I was about to say, no, you can't get down from that. I was about to say. It looked like he's jumping off a cliff. Yo, hold on. Are you okay? I was hoping you'd walk all the way around.
Next time.
Yeah. Snap. I gotta go around the corner. That was crazy. Oh, hold on. I gotta have a seat. I saw it coming. Sir, walk around. Yo, he jumped and I knew it was over before he landed. It was over before. I can't make this stuff up. What was he doing? He like laid down in midair. Yo, hold up. That didn't just happen. That did not just happen. Yo. He got lit. I know he's hurting. Yo. It was just grass, but dog, he was laying down before he landed. That was crazy. I can't make this stuff up. I'm glad I don't show it. I do not want to show that on here. YouTube guidelines, they would have said nope. He got rocked. What was he doing? Okay, back to depression. That'd be something that'd make you laugh, X. X, you would have bugged out. You would have bugged out, yo. I don't believe he laid down in midair like that before you landed. You gotta try and land on your feet. He was shaking his leg. I know that hurt. Yo, and I called him out. You heard me call him out. He started walking around, but then he said, I'm me, F it. And he jumped. I can't make this stuff up. Yo. That was unreal. All right, back to depression. All right, I'm going back. We back at it. Wow. I had to ask him, is he okay? It didn't look like it. I still don't think. But that was crazy. You okay, sir? Yo. I'm just glad you hit the... Anyways. The thing about his depression, it works to this level, okay? Works to this level. If it's moderate, it's not just about wanting to give up fame. I do think there's other factors. Listen, I spoke with other people. I got details about what was going on with him with other people. There was more surrounding that. It's not just that. You got to understand, there's stuff required of you when you're in the famous life, whether it's no sleep, whether it's finding your next hit, whether it's linking up with people that are worthwhile. And that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm telling you, like, it was more than that. He was dealing with something. He was dealing with it. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't give credit where it's due. That's one of the things. We haven't seen one other rapper move that way. Be honest. We haven't seen one other rapper move that way. That's crazy. It's crazy. And when we look at it more, look how many rappers are copying the style, copying the swag. They've probably never dealt with depression, but they're not making hits as powerful, but they're copycat. And even presuming how it brought the depression, look at how Bad Vibes turned out. Anyone with depression, like, he gave you hints of his depression. He showed you what it made him feel like. He basically opened himself up to his public fans. And you got an understanding for what this depression meant to him. I honestly didn't put any emphasis on it because you think of someone with money, wealth, fame. Depression's not an angle. But we're finding out those are the most depressed people. It's because they got to ask themselves, who's real? Who's real? Because, listen, who's really real when the money's around? How do you know? People could be faking the funk just to get in your pockets, especially women, especially. And he namely called those things out. His music was different because it crusaded. It wasn't just about the jewels on my neck. And I'm not saying he didn't have a song talking about jewels or cars. I haven't heard every single song ever, but I do know what the basis of his movement was. Bad vibes forever meant the opposite. You get me? Throughout all bad vibes, throughout all the bad, I meet the good. You get what I'm saying? And it wasn't just that. It was having faith in the good coming through. Stan, why did he go speak to children? Why did he go do these things? Now, how much did you see him doing it versus your favorite rapper right now? They weren't doing it. They barely do it. They only do it, and it has to be for publicity. It has to be. There was things he didn't do for publicity. That's a fact. And that's where I think a lot of people fall short in their mentality. They think that, oh, I got to show I'm doing this. Oh, I got to be doing, especially famous rappers. You don't have to show it for it to be worthwhile to change someone's life. That's the difference between him and a lot of other people. You're right. And it's funny because the ones that make fun of people doing things for clout, you do everything for clout. The jewels you rock for clout. The people you go out with for clout. The videos you shoot hanging out for clout. That's the problem. He said in an early interview that he learned how valuable it was to realize that no one is alone in their lonely states of mind. Great quote. Get off my lawn. That was a powerful quote. And thank you for dropping that for the viewers. Just stuff like that. Who else? Name another rapper that spoke like that. Even your quote-unquote woke rappers don't speak like that. They don't speak that way. Which one of them speak like that for real, for real? Matter of fact, a lot of them take advantage of situations. We ain't going to go into detail. But they know it's true. They take advantage of people. Any opportunities as they can. And some of them's married. Some of them has long-lasting relationships. They still messing with women. Can't get away from it. You see, these are the things that egg us on. But he was in search of someone real. Then he said, no, I'm going to mess around because this person's fake. That's what he did. And she'll probably admit to it. Stuff she did. But that's my thing. Authenticity, you can't make it out of nowhere. You can't make it. There are some people who seem authentic to a lot of people, but then behind the scenes, they're doing the craziest stuff to harm people or harm them. Stay in the contents and the ideology behind this. This is heavy. This is heavy. I'm only keeping it real with you. I can only do that. It's heavy. And what happens is this formulates the young minds that that's cool. He didn't do that. He appealed to those who were losing in life. And he said, if I'm winning, you can do it too. Rappers say it, but he showed it. You get the difference? Oh, I know that it's one of them days, but to the player haters, you know it's Black Hoodie Czarr in the building. That's when the conversation gets real. The moderate depression to the severe depression, he powered through it. Like, it's crazy. It blows my mind. Like, here's my thing. Here's the reason I'm speaking about it, honestly. Because if he could do this, what's stopping your favorite rapper right now from doing it? It's clout. It's clout. And it's not people do anything for clout. They do the specific same lame things for clout. That's where I'm going to fix that one. They do anything for clout, anything. No, they do the same specific lame things for clout. It's not anything. It's everything for clout. Everything that'll make them look how they're not really, they'll do for clout. That's a fact. That's what I'm trying to say. There was a difference in his motion. And a lot of people didn't realize it or won't put respect on it even after he's gone. How many guys you see pop up on here like, why are you speaking about it? Why are you doing that? They couldn't care less if the all hands on deck, everybody, just lame. Same way people want to hurt someone else. I'm upset. And they don't want their head rocked. You rock them, they're like, I need help. This person needs this done. But you want to touch people. Is that some feeling of power to reinforce the lack of manhood? Think about it. Don't let that go over your head. Is this a form of power to reinforce the fact they lack manhood. Think of that. Think about that. That explains society. See, some of y'all ain't even males, but let me be nice and say men. We all like some type of power. But when you're powerless in certain ways, you'll find some type of excuse to say, oh, when you know in your heart that you don't represent none of that. And you lack. And you lack everything it takes to declare yourself a man. And you won't understand it until you deal with yourself. These guys don't want to deal with their own psychosis. And we'll get to that too. Some of these guys are dealing with real mental illness and don't want to get help. Where their psychosis is for the gratification of self, seeing themselves as a greater being than everyone else so they can make decisions for everyone else. When in actuality, and you're basically building your own conclusion before you start. Now, how real is that? Same one with guys getting threats and stuff. That type of stuff. It's just all built into a mental illness. It's a mental illness because you believe you're someone you're not. You can have 1,000 guys around you that's real. If you're not a real leader and they follow you, they're a lame. I repeat, you can have 1,000 real guys around you. But if you're a lame and they follow you, they're lames. Period. They don't have the manhood to see the fact, regardless of who this is, this person's a lame. They don't have that ability. That's why I did the ski mask story to tell you women, keep your eyes open. Here's my analogy. Say this girl did end up in a situation with things happening as she says. Why did the money cover your view of seeing the character lacked? I'm going to repeat that. Why did the money block your view of seeing character lacked? How? If you're authentic, how to do it? Anybody can step up with a pocket full of money, but who's real enough to back that money up? And it's not about, oh, well, he did some G stuff the one time. It don't mean nothing. And I bet he ran. That's my thing. You need to understand the character analysis around you. If X was truly understood, would he have had women problems in the jump? If she truly understood. But what she did, she took the fact he was kind, he had a lot of money, and his ability to make music for granted. That's what it was. That's what it was. Understand, there were lives helped after. Verbally, he helped other lives. How many of these people he helped did you see show up around to support? None. They were there to make conclusions and add their 2 cents in. Like, if I said something, he would have never been in that situation, knowing they wouldn't have said something. So why didn't you say something? I hate that type of stuff. That's why I'm asking, look around you. Who's really invested in the situation? Who's really speaking about it? That tells you who's real. Let me ask this. How many people you saw step up, put their credibility on the line to research and actually even speak on this? Other than saying, oh, he's gone, I'm going to let it rest, RIP him, and I'm going to keep moving. Look at them. What did they get out of the situation? Nothing but protecting their own neck. They protected their own neck from the criticism because they can't take criticism. Like, why are you speaking about it? I take all the criticism. I take them on. Here's another thing, yo. Let me put this out there. And this is being honest. When we first started this, I gave props to certain people reacting, putting the music up. But all they're doing is reacting. All you do is react. Your React channel, fine. But all you do is react. So what respect is really being put on your name for your reactions? Are your reactions authentic? Most people's reactions aren't authentic. But when I reacted, it was proven it was authentic. They knew it was authentic. They didn't even have to ask, was it authentic? It wasn't even a question. Was it authentic? You knew it was. That's my problem. If it's authentic, you know it's authentic. Why do people have to do all this extra stuff? Have to play off a certain view? That's my problem. See, when we get into speaking about this stuff, you're going to see more and more people's character. Like the larger YouTuber using my videos but linking his YouTube. They're no different. All they do is look for names to link, which, yes, it's viable. But go back and check my history. I created titles to link to. Off of my titles, there were people able to make media. Why they get more views are they had more followers. Why get more attraction? They had more traction built up. I was new to making videos consistently, but their titles were off of me. Even off the incident that happened in Pompano Beach. I'm telling you, you don't know the half. That's why I look at these dudes a certain way, because I know it's freezing right now. Don't worry, I have that getting fixed. That's gonna stop here shortly. Didn't you say a certain high-profile affiliate was liking your video silently? Yes, there's been multiple. It wasn't just one or two, it's multiple. And I get it. But the people I'm talking about, they have a larger platform, larger audience, a lot more of his fans, yet they refrain from even speaking about these topics. Here, I don't know if it's because they got nothing to say. I don't know if because they're not that bright. But that's why I always said CommenterNation is different. Because we speak on things they don't speak on. And I'm not going to blatantly call out who said what. But I named those for a reason. For a reason. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you got to understand, there are some people that are built for media a certain way, and there are some people that are good with squeaking by, getting the views they get regardless. They don't care if the media is pristine. I can't support that. I can't clap for it. I can't give a shout out for it. Give credit where it's due. If it's not due, I can't give it. I spoke on situations when relevant. If it wasn't relevant at that time, I didn't speak on it at that time. See, and I thought that too, get off my lawn. I can only assume they stay silent because there's a financial or a safety factor. I thought that too. But the more I looked into it, either it's far more than that, some type of deal on the side, or it's that they don't care. It's either way. It's no in between like that. It's either they got some type of deal on the side where they say they can't. They're looking at other business they have and they're saying, well, I'm not going to speak on it because this person told me not to speak on it. This channel here is ran, powered, owned by me. It's not anyone else behind dictating. Do I have agents and actually have people moving on the side for me? Absolutely. But I do the work on this here. There are people that do the footwork. People that don't ask for anything at all, and they're just as good as any agent or person you can name. That's how skilled they are. Period. That's the fact. I can't make that up. That's a fact. Like, I can't even joke about that. Because it's true. That's their skill. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I still put in the work. You get what I'm saying? They do what they do. I still put in the work. And I don't know why that is, Amber. I don't know. We need to figure out what that is, but I got something working behind the scenes that should fix that issue. I don't know whether that's YouTube. I don't know whether that's someone else putting interference out. I don't know. Because like some days you see it's pristine. It doesn't skip a beat. But then most times you see it skipping around. I don't know that. I got to figure out. Because it doesn't mess up for these lames getting on talking about nothing. And get off my line. I know who you're talking about. You know, I'm not going to put respect on anybody's name anymore. I'm not going to do it. Those guys know who they are. They know they funny style. They know their moves are funny style. So they got to live with that. They know what they did is funny style. They know. It's not some type of mystery. They understand. But if they don't care, I'm not even going to give them the light to care. Because some of them don't have a career. They really don't. Not in real life, not even sort of kind of. There's no career behind anything they bring to the table. That's why I don't shed any light on it. I give no respect to it. And it's crazy because the type of messages you saw I was receiving before, they were all reacting. They were all reacting. Even if they jumped on a hidden name, they reacted. Like, that's my thing. And it's like, if you could take the energy to do that, why can't you take the energy to address the people you presume to have been an enemy of his? And there were some that did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I just let it go. You know, I do my commentary. I do my media on the side and give you ideas. That's what I do. That's what I do. I don't even talk about everything I react to that goes on around. Earlier, I had to because I saw it coming. I saw he's going to fall. That's why I said it loud. I said, he might want to walk around. He walked partially around. Good thing he didn't jump from the other side. We would have been calling an ambulance. That was crazy. The way he dropped, that was crazy. I don't know if it was on purpose, but he's some type of stunt double because that looked real. I was like, oh, shoot. I was about to run over and help him. I was like, he did not just fall like that. And I laughed because he got up and he was smirking, so I laughed. But, you know, I wouldn't have, any other time if he hurt himself, I would have got him help. I would have had to stop the life. That was crazy. Lucky that's not concrete either. It would have been done. Like, if you can't, like, I jumped from there. I jumped from the highest part. And I could tell you, it's not a huge jump, but it's like, you have to have some type of athleticism to land. He landed on his side. I was like, is he okay? I was like, dang. Like, I was like, what was he doing? But you got to be careful. You know what I mean? You guys, everybody got to be careful. But here's the thing. If it is, let's say it is financial and they're like, I'm not trying to mess my money up. Then what are you out here doing media in a certain way for? Like, certain media you're speaking on, why? Why? Why are you speaking on it? Because I see certain topics people do. I'm like, don't speak on it then. Don't speak on that topic. Because here's the thing. Some of the topics they speak on is way crazier than me. Like, the type of crazy the topics they address, you'd be like, yo, I'd be like, I wouldn't talk about that. That's me. And I'm already speaking on different stuff. I'm like, that's crazy. Why are you speaking on that? But that's just depending on their character. Some people can hack it, some can't. Some people know how to speak on it. Let me give you a hint. The way it works with media, it's not what you speak on, it's how. I'm going to repeat this. It's not what you speak on, it's how. I already gave you a hint. Remember, I told you guys about Chaos Sector. See, it's not what he was speaking on, because everyone was. It was how he spoke on it. Remember, I questioned y'all about when Sanchez, I spoke on her. It's not what you speak on, it's how. I wasn't speaking like everybody else. I was speaking in a way that if I'm wrong, you have a right to challenge what I'm saying being wrong. She didn't want to do that. She was like, no, because I had receipts I showed y'all. That would have got messy. I had receipts I showed you. That was, what could you argue with the receipts? There would have been some explaining to do. You didn't want to do the explaining. So you just attacked the video, which didn't mean nothing to me. We got those views back. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. I get it. A certain way you want to address things, then a certain way you want to be seen. But bottom line, if you're in media, there's always good and bad with media. There's good and bad with it. So if you don't feel everything kosher for you, why'd you get on the news? I haven't seen any documents. Period. I haven't seen documents. And they don't want to show it. That's fine. They don't have to. But objectively, when you show it, is when I'll stand up and say, it is. Bottom line. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, here's the thing. If they show the documents after I said this, what are you going to say? Because they weren't showing it any other time. But that's how they were moving. I'd address it. I'd speak on it. Next week, they had it up. So what is there to say? Investigators too. No story. No investigator came forward. Next week, oh, here's the paperwork. Sorry it took so long. Like, come on. You got to realize things, how they work sometimes. You got to see it. It's all about a vision. It's all about the visual. I don't know. I don't know. I can't confirm nor deny it. Even if someone's in the back scenes confirming it. I can't. Just off a word off of her, when she said I was saying rumors, when it was off of blatant receipts, I can't take your word serious. I spoke about topics with receipts and you called them rumors and contested it because you said, this is bullying me. That's what you said. You said what I said was bullying you, which means that there has to be truth to what I'm saying to bully you. Think of a bully. Let's be honest. A bully is going to speak about something that's insensitive in a way that hurts you. I don't feel it was insensitive. That's what her claim was. It was bullying. But how? Where'd I bully you at? Here, right now, I'm going to challenge them. From the videos you attacked, because you had to take receipts from mentioning things that were mentioned or receipts of you actually receiving something. See, I know what the problem was. It was that I showed a receipt of you receiving money from somebody. That looks bad. I don't care how you hack it. That looks bad. And it wasn't X. That's what's crazier. So the question becomes, what you received the money for? Why'd this person send you money? You weren't DJing on the album for them. You didn't DJ a song. You weren't giving credits. Now watch us look back and they slide her name in there. I know how the game works. You're going to try and do that. I know how it works. But we already built a resistance to that. See, I forecall your moves before you make them when it comes to that stuff. Because I can't take the media lightly. I am an authentic YouTuber. I've come to understand that. Now, I'm going to have other channels y'all going to see that's going to be more fun. But this channel, TheCzarr All Rights Reserved, is authentic media. We actually got stuff we researched. We actually deal with real life people. So that's why I don't play with the topics. That's why I don't play with giving information. When I talk about it, I talk for the youngins. About abusers, I talk to you about them. About how to see depression, how to see the difference between psychosis, where a person could care less about you. What they say is just words because their actions show they don't care. That type of stuff. And I'm certified to speak on it. That's what's crazier. That's why you look stupid. Because I'm actually certified to speak on it. Legitly. That's why you can't do battle with me. You really can't. Like, I'm really telling y'all the mindset of celebrities. If you think a lot of celebrities don't deal with psychosis, you are mistaken. They don't see themselves above most people. When you're a fan, have you ever ran up to your favorite celebrity and they pushed you off? That's a fact. They deal with psychosis, which is not normal. It's a mental disability. The money probably creates it. I'm not saying the money don't. But if you think for 1 second that they aren't dealing with a psychosis episode when they're pushing a fan off, when they're hitting fans for taking pictures, they are they have some form of psycho. It doesn't make them, oh, they're a danger. Here's another thing you understand. There's no excuse and reason to accept psychosis. There's no reason to. Just because someone wants to be a psycho, it's not acceptable. When you're living around the living of human beings. I know some people aren't, but when you're living around human beings, you got to put that aside. You got to put that aside. You can't move that way. You got to be acceptable in society. In fact, it's your duty to be acceptable in society, especially when you know more than the most. It's your duty to teach. It's your duty to support. And it's your duty to help others. X did this. So whether you want to say, I had some people saying, oh, X wasn't normal. X was something, whatever he was. Look at the good he did. Whatever he was. Really? Whatever he was, look at the good he did. For humanity. And people took shots at his character. Took shots at who he was. He wasn't basing his rap career off the chains, the cars. He actually made music. Something most artists coming up can't do without bragging. Really? This generation has to brag to make good music. They have to make a club banger. They can't make music to help the masses because they're not built like that. That's crazy. Y'all don't think that's crazy? That in order for me to be a good musician, I have to brag. I have to put you down to lift me up. See, let me be real with you. That's why I put respect on music like Wiz Khalifa. I'm going to tell you why. You may say he talks about chains and cars, but most of his music helps. It's not downing his fans. He's not giving a stiff arm to his fans. Do you know how many artists will never be on his caliber? And they do that. Never be on his caliber. Period. That's why I always told them PA music is the best. Whether it's from Philly, whether it's from Pittsburgh, it's the best. Because most artists really don't do that. Mill talks about his struggle. Like, look at the difference. These are why these musicians will always be relevant. Because they built it off of them. They didn't build it off of what can I talk about now. They're like, nah, this will sound good. Uh-oh, somebody about to get picked up. Oh, that joint was basically where I was. I hope that wasn't dude that fell. That would be crazy. I hope that wasn't dude that fell. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Dang. He was so young and beyond his time. We will never get another TheCzarr. And I agree. And I agree with you getting off my line. That's why I talk about it. Like, that's probably why I'm so invested in looking at the case, because the type of person this was, and I personally didn't realize it until I looked up everything. And I said, was that why he was going? Because this guy was different all around. Like, political. He was political. He wasn't stupid politically. Speaking about authority. He knew what was going on around him. He called them out. Like, was he just somewhere else? He was ahead of his time. He really was. That's why I hope you guys hear that Depression album. I am telling you, when you hear that, you're going to understand that no matter my depression, I can make it. I'm telling you, yo, like, I can't make that up. No matter my depression, I'm going to make it. You will not stop saying that. Regardless of how somber it sounds, when you turn it on, you realize someone else who had a taste of riches and fame felt what I felt. So that stuff really doesn't matter. Everyone goes through it. That's what's needed. That's what's needed. Not the trash about my chain, my watch. Like, come on. Come on. My chain collection. How many chains can I get? How many different cars can I pull into the lot? Like, that stuff is all useless. None of it matters. Doesn't matter how many cars you whip if your career ain't there. I don't know. The person I spoke with it about, they don't have, right now, they don't have the intention on re-releasing it. But that's why I want you guys all slide through and hit the like button. Give a shout out. Get them to release it. Give a shout out. I'm not going to throw her name out. You know, just give a shout out in the comments below. Let them know we want to see it. Show us the music. Get it up. Let them know that's what we want to see next. The moderate severe depression of XxxTentacion did not stop his rise to fame. It did not stop his progression. It did not stop him being who he was. It didn't. I add commentary. I speak on many different things. Yeah, depression, but I'm talking about he has an album called Depression. It's an album. It's an album. I'm looking for it to drop again. Some of the songs I thought I may have heard, there were a lot I did not. So get ready for that. There's a lot I did not hear before. I'm being honest. Listen, somehow, some way, and I'm saying this, let's ask Cleo. Cleo, somehow, some way, he needs to have his music mixed up and continually released. I don't care how long you do it, but make sure you do it upon your own self. This is your son. Don't let no one else profit off of what he created. I'm being honest. Don't let no one else. If someone's profiting off the music, releasing it, saying, oh, he's featured, taking a verse, they owe you something. They owe you something. Don't let that happen. That's all I'm asking. You know, I know stuff goes on. I'm just asking for you not to do that. That's all. The reason I'm saying this, guys, some same people that want him featured badmouth them. Like, you don't understand. Like, I mean, and they went in. Then you need him on a song? Shut up. Put him on a song. Why are you trying to put him on a song? You just said some this, but you want him on a song? I can't figure that out. Like, what the? Like, yo, I'm trying to figure this out. Why do you want him on a song? There are people that still owe Cleo. Let's be real. If you're his manager, and I'm not talking about Cleo, I'm talking about the other guy, you're done profiting. You're done. Your money's done. You shouldn't be making any more off of him. It's Cleo's time. Like, you shouldn't be getting nothing. He shouldn't be getting nothing. I don't want to see him. You don't make another dime off of him. Because here's my thoughts. If you're the manager and you guys moving around a certain way and you know that something is off, you should be man enough to address it. And Messenger, I'm presuming you're a snake on a plane. From what you said, you're a snake on a plane. So let me, listen, I do this like the hate room. I love snakes on a plane. You know that. You know that. You know that. You know that. I love snakes on a plane. So let's just put it like that. Big or little mad. I'm not mad at all. Because you're built funny off asking that question. No, I don't remember you. Not at all. I never seen a viewer called Messenger. Maybe you were in the early case, but I personally don't remember you. But if you're going to say big or little mad, you don't know the channel. You don't know me. Come on. Come on. Am I big or little mad? I'm not mad at all. Do I look mad? Not at all. I'm just talking honestly. Explain it to me. I don't know if you're Dirty Sanchez. I don't know who you are. How am I a deceiver? Exactly. She deserves respect. What am I deceiving? And be very detailed. See, I like snakes lying about I am kosher. What am I lying about I am kosher? Because here's the thing. I'll go to community and post art. Oh, let me tell you, since you brought his name up, I am kosher deleted our conversation. Deleted our conversation. I had to get back to my agent. Tell me why he's deleting conversations. And trust me, it's not his first time deleting conversations. So what I can do, I can have other conversations sent over he deleted to show I'm not bugging. You deleted what you said. Why? What's the problem? What's the issue? No, that detailed enough. What am I comparing to him? How does he compare to me? How do I compare to him? How am I comparing myself to someone who, let's say, acts as a ghost? I can't compare myself to that. How am I comparing myself? You're not showing your face. You're not showing anything, honestly. So what am I comparing? He's righteous. I didn't know him. I am kosher. Wants to be talked about, but I'm not going to. But I'm asking him, how am I comparing myself? You obviously have to be able to tell me exactly how I'm comparing myself. What comparison was I doing? No, it's not on Wi-Fi. They're messing with it. It's not on Wi-Fi. And I can guarantee you I have top of the line data and it doesn't mess up except certain times when certain people are around me. So I'm very aware of my surroundings. When it's certain people around, it messes up. And trust me, I have my ideas, but it is what it is. Number one, I didn't call I Am Kosher a deceiver. I said he backtracked and pulled back the depression thing he dropped online. I said that wasn't right. I said, why would he do that? Because he would have got more views. Replay yesterday's live. Yes, he would have. Yes, he would have. He would have got way more views if he put it out with a different title. That's not new. Oh, I said the deception lies in the fact you're calling everybody a fool. But if you're well educated in the magic you talk about, do you want me to post the conversation you had with someone about magic? Will that shut you up? Is that good enough? Because I'll post it. Okay? If you want, I'll post your entire conversation and let them decide. I'll let CommenterNation decide. I'll let them decide. He's always in the back scenes, trust me. Evidence of what? No evidence of what? Don't speak in parables. Speak as a human. Oh, he's trying to burn a truck out. I'm gonna say this. The Lil Uzi collab, that was cool. Yeah, I did say, oh, here's what I did to I'm Kosher. I told him, and I'll post what I said, because you deleted what you said. Did you delete what you said, yes or no? Yes or no, did you delete what you said, yes or no? Yes or no, did you delete what you said? Period. Yes, you did delete what you said. Delete what you said. You deleted part of the conversation, which I have no issue doing. But let me, yo, your names be crazy. Hepatite, wow. Dog. Okay, how you feel? Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish. He is an interesting artist. She's very good on collabs. I'll give her that. You're good at singing songs. Your singing ability is definitely well noted. Lil Uzi, I think that would be an interesting collab. Lil Uzi is good at making hooks. He's good at making hooks. I'll say that. And I almost forgot the other name. Oh shoot, I passed it up. Hold on. Because you named 3 people. And The Weeknd is amazing at his hooks. He's amazing. And gossip is for women. I never do that. And when I say that, that's not offense for women. That's what women do speaking to each other. But if you understand it's gossip, be detailed with gossip. Because when you call me out on gossip, everybody knows what comes next. I just want to warn you. You call me out on gossip, everybody knows what happens. I love when snakes hop on the plane. Let me tell you, Sanchez said the same thing. Then when I introduced that receipt, we'll see. You can't beat Czarr at his game. I'm sorry. You're just going to give me content. So I love when people do what you do. Because here's what's going to happen. I'll re-release the receipt of somebody paying a Cash App name that sounds very similar to the name we served before, right? I'll release that. Then I'll re-speak on the songs that were very suspect. So that's not gossip. That's not gossip. And you can play the same game as the T pages, and because let me tell you guys something. When I looked up the history of some of these people who were saying the same things Messenger's saying, they're career criminals. Career get arrested. They got to switch names just to not get arrested. Like, you got to switch to a name because you got 20 parking tickets, 20 speeding tickets. Criminals. More than likely get off my lawn. More than likely. But if that's the case, tell Messenger show their face. If you're not who I speak of, show your face. Why would I ever be under a policeman? They'd be under me. Are you stupid? They'd be under me. Think about what you just said. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm going to tell you why you're not. Because you were scared talking to someone saying FBI might be watching, weren't you? But you said FBI might be watching, right? Why would you care if you're above police? I already looked into you. No, it's not awareness. You're scared. You're scared. You're a coward. You're scared of the FBI. Oh, the FBI is your enemy. Then you must be a criminal. Defense. It's not defense. What are you defending? I can guarantee you they already saw all those messages you were sending back and forth. That's one thing I can guarantee you. They're not murdering people. Stop. Cut it out. Now it's time. Deceiver. Dog. He was offed by local police. Are you stupid? Like, it's confusing. He was off by local police. You're the deceiver. Let me teach y'all. Sandra Bland. Local police. I could show you a PA story where local police took out another dude. It's local. And then they cover it up. I'm fraud. I'm not fraud at all. I'm fraud because he tried to deceive y'all and I called him out. If you're so authentic, you can't even show your face. But that's not FBI. That doesn't make sense. See, that double speak doesn't work. I don't agree, but what are you like, guys? You see this? This is what I deal with. And they think it sounds smart, but really it's not. I'm not deflecting anything. How can I deflect something? I am not. Yo, Messenger, stop. Like, what are you talking about? How am I evil? I'm not doing anything. I'm literally not doing anything. Listen. I'm going to skip this guy. YouTube guidelines. I didn't deny anything. I told you the exact name of people doing it. What did I deny? I said that was local. You couldn't even answer. It was local. It was I could say there are two names. I could say the names of the officers that did it. They're local. I know what you're alluding to, but you use bad examples. I'm supposed to teach you what examples to use? You're the one trying to prove I'm not right. I'm not going to teach you how to beat me. Why are you mad at me? Listen, you're saying they're corrupt, but you're mad at me. Why? Why are you mad at me they're corrupt? What do I have to do with it? Oh, I'm evil. Oh, my goodness. You sound like a weirdo. You sound like a weirdo now. Now you sound like a weirdo stalker. Because I saw your conversations. Do you know about Pythagorean theorem? Do you know about Pythagorean theorem? Do you know magic? Do you know what magic is? Do you believe in magic? Like, you sound like you're about to take us on a Disney World trip. He's like, ready for Disney World? Pythagorean theorem, magic, come meet Mickey. Your type of guy sounds smart, but you're trying to sound so smart so hard, you look stupid. I'm not going to say the names. FBI aren't going to do that to me. Are you kidding me? Are you dumb? Wait. You don't think I know people in the FBI? You don't think I do? You don't think I know people in the FBI? You don't think I do? I'm just asking you. I don't care about what? What don't I care about? So because I know people in FBI, I'm evil. Well, let me put it this way. Looking for justice for Czarr. This is literally about speaking how depression he dealt with and what's going on. You interrupted that with your speech and narrative about God knows what. Oh, that makes a fool? Okay. Really? I think you're delusional. Listen, his conversation, remember what I spoke about on here. He tried to give you guys an example. He is someone of psychosis, okay? His mentality is leading him to allude others' instances to a situation who you think I don't know. I'm not going to say who I really think. I'm not deceptive. You're repeating yourself. You guys see he repeats himself. Like when someone does this, he's trying to use power words and doublespeak. I know. You spoke on magic. Think I don't know what you're doing? You spoke about it. You already outed yourself. You're avoiding the topic. We're talking about depression and Tentacion and how he used it. You're avoiding the topic. Are you not? Is that the topic of the video you clicked on? Yay or nay? What's the topic of the video you clicked on? You can't even say it. What am I lying about? So are you saying Tentacion didn't help no one? He was useless? What are you saying? Man, F I am kosher. I don't care about I am kosher. I don't care about him. Pure lies, I don't care about him? Okay. Yeah, I agree. Now you're just looking for attention. Watch the show and enjoy it. I know. It's him. I know it's him. Because let me tell you guys why I know it's him is because I saw an earlier conversation he had. He said he was going to be here. So I already know who it is. It's doublespeak. You are not wise means you are wise. I know. All right, stop. All right, stop with the games. Anyways, my thing is most people suffer from moderate to severe depression. And the problem is that they don't know how to deal with it. It is actually so severe that It is something that is seen, as I told you, more serious than paraplegia. Paraplegia, excuse me. Paraplegia is a situation where you can't use two of your limbs. It could be one leg, one arm. It could be both legs or both arms. That depends. But it's something that is seen more serious by them. And that's part of the problem. Now, if I'm depressed, I want to be depressed like this. I don't want your help. Please do not help me with my depression. I will resist your help. Thank you, sir. Oh, shout out to Trinity Atmospheric. It has been a while, Trinity. It has been a while. Oh, I appreciate it. But here's the thing, though. I need you guys to understand this. That there is someone else who spoke in the same way that Messenger speaks. And I'm going to leave it at that because I already ethered you. Get how you do your lives and I never come by. I do have people watch your lives. You're not a messenger. No, he did not speak as you. See, psychosis, sir. You have psychosis to the point where you're the one who hurts women. For sport. Am I correct? You're the one who claims you're with the army. When you know, truly, if that army knows the conversations you had around them speaking, they think you're a snitch. You are not with God. Well, not yet. They know what you've done. They're waiting for the case to go quiet so they can deal with that. Because, yes, you did. Yes, you did. You said you were with the army. And then the name of the people you spoke on. Trust me. Trust me. I know who you are. Stop. I didn't say, now you're being blasphemous. So I know who you are. So you said you're with Jesus. You know you saying you want me crucified. I know who you are. You said you want me crucified. I didn't ask for you to be crucified. I'm saying they know what you've talked about. You make me laugh. Stop. Stop making me laugh. I'm trying to be serious here. So the ultimate thing is you need to understand boundaries and when you need help. You need to understand when situations arise. Czarr, he said Genesis and Boatwright. What's together what you think about that? I'm going to say this. About that, Pooh Bear, that, you know, I don't really talk about, but I will because you brought it up. Here's the issue with that. Here's the issue with that. And let me break it down to you. Let me break it down so you truly understand what I'm saying. And I need you to actually get what I'm about to say. Boatwright. He requested two people's story, right? Bottom line, looking at the two people's story, think logic. He's requesting those two stories for a reason. We seen a message. We seen a specific message. This specific message, remember, it was saying Tentacion is in the store, right? The question is, who was texting back and forth? What if, allegedly, this was Boatwright speaking to somebody? Think about it. Think about it. I need you to think in depth. What if this was Michael Boatwright messaging someone? Would this not change a lot of what we know? Honestly, if we could prove that, that would bring the case together overnight. Because we then understand why he's doing what he's doing. That's why that's a big call out, Pooh. And it's something I don't want to talk about in detail till we know. But my thoughts are, what if this was between him and someone else? Because Victor was messaging someone. And you get how they try and make that go away? Because Victor was like, I wasn't even there. You liar. You're a liar. We have you actively sending up lives, sending up stuff. Same thing as Panama saying we loved that day. What did you love? You love because he got dropped? Like, what'd you love? I mean, I understand Happy Bird. I rock with that. I rock with that. I agree with you. But at the same time, which makes me more furious, is that these people who, listen, they did everything against me because I called them out blatantly. Everything. You saw some of it. They did more I don't even talk about. And now one of them's claiming I wasn't there. Okay. Really? I am live right now. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's up?
Chilling.
Say what's good. Harrisburg, USA.
Yo, so I need you guys to understand it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. There's more to it. There's more to it. The way they went in about different things, and I was just telling the honest truth about the situation. I was. They released everything. They went in, they were like, this is his record. This is stuff that's going on. That's my problem. Like, you don't understand how angry I was at that. And then she's still playing games. Now she went into hiding because, listen, she was doing a lot. I called, but what stopped it? I called out her location of where she was working at because I was saying you do SEO. So you did a SEO search in order to mess up some things. She didn't want me to call that out. So that's what I'm trying to say. She didn't want me to call that out. But I did. I did it for a reason because she was lying. You know, I wasn't trying to make a big deal about it. She was lying. And then she had the nerve to say she loved the day he died. Like, it, yo. That's why I'm mad most people weren't mad at her. How do you say that to me? How do people get mad at me and they don't get mad at that? I showed you. She said she loved it. I will check that scripture out when I get back to see exactly what you're saying. I read a lot. I read. That's what I do. I read. That's what I do. And let me tell Messenger something about calling out scriptures. Let me tell you something about naming out scriptures. Have you ever read the entire Bible? Have you ever read the entire Bible cover to cover? Have you ever read it cover to cover? Czarr has 5 times. 5 times I read it cover to cover. So then, if you're that adept, you should know the problem with calling out what you just did. You don't even know what's wrong with what you just did, right? You don't, guys, and let me educate you. When you're reading a book like the Bible, you don't use one verse. You read, you know why? Because it builds like a house. It's like mathematics. How do you build a house without the foundation? You don't. You need a foundation to build on. Period. So you can't do that way. When you do things that way, that's how you know 2 things. Either someone is playing with dark arts or they're blaspheming. If they really want a message to get out, they speak with integrity. So you stepping out saying deception, fraud, you kill your mission before it started. and you say God, guys, look at what he just said. I'm trying to educate everybody. See how he said the same God. No, you need to be warning yourself. You're saying God with the little g. That's not the same God. I gave you a chance to do that multiple times to see if you'd fix it. You didn't. So the God you speak of is not the God of the Bible. The God you speak of is not the God of the Bible. Period. You speak on a fake God. No. He said you are cursed. Just because you listen. Yo, you're blaspheming so hard. You're blaspheming so hard. Curses. What does the God you're trying to allude to speak about curses? What does God say about curses? That's how I know you're blaspheming. You know God face to face. You're a blasphemer. And I know exactly who you are. Here's what I'm saying. Why don't you go to God and speak about why you got torn up from the front and behind at the same time? Why don't you ask God why you were in that? Let's look at the video. You were getting tag teamed. You don't want me to know you, but you're known. The videos you were getting tag teamed in. Why don't you go to God about that? I'm not scornful. This is what you did, right? Getting tag teamed with two dudes, one on each side. That wasn't you? Listen, repeating yourself. This is what a person that uses spirits to do enchantments does. But I assure deception. You deceive women. You blaspheme. The God you speak of and praise is not the real God. So you will get your reward. Using the word reward is correct. You will. You are getting your reward. Right now you're getting your reward. You will get your reward. That is true. And you will face the same punishment as anyone else who blasphemes, because you're blaspheming. Then you had the guts to name a scripture in the midst of your blaspheme. Sir, what substance are you on? Look how you're typing. You do know. You do know who God is. I know you do. I know you do. I can assure you you do. You're showing it. Blasphemers will not enter into the gates. What scripture does it say that? Tell us that scripture. Yeah, I'll remove them. And I'll do this so we can finish. Here we go. Okay, back. Sorry, guys. I just want to see if it was who I think it is. I do think it is who I think it is. But anyways, I'm sorry, guys. I need to see people speak to get a sense of their character. He speaks the same way on another live. And yes, get off my lawn is right. He deletes his messages when he speaks. So him repeating himself, he wants to bring it into existence. That's what magic is. He believes in magic. When I see you said that, you don't believe in the God of the Bible and you believe in magic. It doesn't go hand in hand. That's blaspheme off the rip. And he calls them threats. I call it a suicide mission. That's another story. He doesn't think about things like that. And the reason he speaks about FBI, to be real with you, is because, trust me, we've been found out they're head hunting, presumably who I think he is. We've already seen that. We've already seen that. And that's why I speak on things a certain way, because I'm not trying to be in the middle of that. Because what they're looking for is some other stuff. What they're looking for is some other stuff, like girls going missing. I didn't kick them out. I actually didn't kick them at all. But see, his backup comes in. What am I weak of? What am I weak of? You guys don't show your face. I can assure you I did. You don't know what I did to him, but I didn't kick him out. You mean like you don't like the truth? What did I start with him? I asked him why he took down the record. But hey, I'll do the same to you. I didn't kick you out. I just did the same thing to you. I didn't kick you out. You guys are silly. I didn't kick anybody out. It's something in YouTube. Maybe you got to get a YouTube and see. Of course, he deleted the messages. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what these guys do. They'll speak and delete messages. But here's the thing. He speaks of curses, but when you blaspheme and you play with scripture, you're cursed. These guys are so hurt. Like, if you could see pain level, it's all in their butt. Like, they're so butthurt. They're so butthurt. He said, wow, you got to go. Wow. That person, wow. Wow. You guys got to go. Thank you for the viewership, but you got to go. I'm sorry. The fact she said he is, you're done. I don't know what he want. I don't know. But to go for that, it will send you to see what it is you speak of. If you think my cheeks are up for grab, I don't think you really see me face to face. You don't have the power to do it. I can guarantee you that. I know, like, when you're on live and stuff, people want to think like, oh, he looks like this. I'm telling you, in person, it's different. It's different. And I always got people around, trust me. It's random. They're just cruising through. It's random. See, the thing is, you guys talk, but you haven't gained respect in your city. Oh, unless you're giving favors out. Well, now you're hot. The block is hot. They don't know that. Maybe you should tell them, yo, the block's hot because I've been doing dumb stuff. I ain't saying nothing else. I ain't saying nothing else. They are on you. That's why I don't even entertain you guys no more. They are after you guys. But they're waiting till they're going on a hunting spree. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You're the one who lived life that way, blaspheming, calling other people curse, trying to put spells on people. You didn't read your book. You didn't read your book in full. See, and it showed me when you mentioned one scripture in full. See, and it showed me when you mentioned one scripture. That's bad business. You never read or repeat that way. That's how you curse yourself. Because you take what scripture you want to apply, but you don't take the whole capacity of what you read. That's why I'm beyond what you speak of. I've read it front to back multiple times and understanding. You read it to see what applies to you. I read it to understand truly what God there is. The God there is, being what you just did here, you have cursed yourself. You have blasphemed and you have another soul on your hands because another person came in and said, I'm kosher as God. You just damned yourself. You just cursed yourself by convincing another person you are. I'm not even going to repeat it. You just did that. See, I know more than you think. I just fall back and I'm like, I'm not going to speak it To speak of them in such a high fashion, that's stupid. You play with text. When you play with text, you literally put a spell on yourself you can't remove. And you added blaspheme when we were talking about something totally different. I read books in full. I don't jump to the middle, jump to the end. I read the whole book. If you don't know in the beginning till Revelations, you ain't read the book. You probably are still confused about what it's saying, aren't you? But you're fitting the mold of what it talks about. That's what, yo, guys, that's crazy. You don't understand what it's saying, but you're embodying the very mode of the people he is coming for. Like, that's crazy. Like, what are you talking about? I know what it's from. Here's my thing, though. I guarantee you a lot of it's from the people who play spells. We know of you. A lot of it's from people who have been made slaves around this guy. That soul's on, their blood's on your hand, okay? But what gets even deeper is you're doing it from a mode of believing you're true when you know you're wrong if you read the whole book. See, I got you. When I asked you if you read the whole book, you said, yeah. I was like, well, he read the whole book. When you're playing with that type of stuff and you're taking it as a joke and not speaking this truth to the people around you to the point they're saying you're a god, you diminish everything you stand for. It costs you everything now. And I'm sorry, I'm sad that you're not smart enough to realize that, but I can definitely tell you, you're blaspheme, there's no way back from blaspheme. You know, once you blaspheme, how do you ask forgiveness from that? Blasphemy. How do you ask forgiveness? You don't. You can't. That was stupid. That was real dumb. That was real dumb. If there's anything I do, you can say I'm foolish, you can say whatever. You would never catch me blaspheming, ever. I never blaspheme because I know the cost. I know what it costs to blaspheme. You literally are offering your soul up. I get it. Anyways, dealing with the situation with X, as you see, he had master mathematicians around him. People who played with this type of stuff. People who tried to convince, who people allege had convinced and taught another person, and that's why they became who they became. That's a fact. But the way you played with it, you didn't read the outcome. You don't read in full. I know you don't. You read a 7th chapter, 26th verse. What about the other books before? Let me ask them, what happened to the sorcerer that went to prevent one of the disciples from making it to a king who had the potential to become one of God's people? What happened to him? You know what? I don't even want to answer it. Because if we see what happens to you, we'll know. You don't even know what happened, do you? You know what he did. What happened when the disciple waved his hand at the man and verbally called him out in the real God's name? What happened? You don't know, do you? Well, I ain't going to tell you. Read the book. These guys, they want to take bits and pieces. They don't want to look at the whole thing, because if they do, they know what's going to happen. They're like, dang, when I leave this earth. And that's the thing. A lot of these guys are scared to leave this earth because they know what awaits them. They know what awaits them. They know the choices they made, the things they've done, whether it was for money, whether it was for good, whether it was for something selfish. They know what awaits. Did you read the book? And if you read it in full, do you know what awaits you? What awaits people who blaspheme and do that stuff It's so horrifying that even in your soul, even with your soul, to see it is a never-ending terror. Think about this. We think of being in a soul man where you need for nothing. But see, I almost don't even want to, because they said they read. They said they read. So if you say you read, you should know exactly what I know. And you wouldn't have said what you said. Listen, snakes on a plane. Snakes on a plane. What did I say about snakes on a plane? I'd rather have loyal, real fans that actually want to know what's kind of happening than people who are disruptive, want to make claims. I'll go back and forth with you, but what's the quality of a fan? See, that's the problem with YouTubers too. They don't look at the quality of a person they interact with. They want a person to interact with. That's bad business. That's bad business. Who does business like that? Who, let me talk in their terms. Who do you go to do business with, you know, cheats, steals, lies? Who wants to go do business with someone like that if the business ain't authentic? You want to go do business with someone you can trust, right? Think logically. Come on. Come on. It's different. It's different. That's the problem with a lot of people. It's different, and you can't hack it if you can't understand that. Listen, I started out getting rid of fans off the jump when I first started this. Go back and read the comments. There are a lot of people that were gone because of the way they were speaking. Some of them were like, good, he's gone. I got rid of him. Yes, I got rid of him. Because if you don't want to hear about it, then why are you here? Go on the channel and look at dogs fighting, cats fighting, scriptures of a God. That's what you look at. If you have an issue that I address stuff a certain way, you shouldn't be around. Bottom line. See, you guys want me to be hungry, accept anything. I'm not built like that. I'm not just accepting anyone's mouth. I'm not just accepting anything anyone wants to hand me. You could go to YouTubers that accept that. We move different. I'm not moving with someone doing that's messy like that. That speaks as if they have knowledge and they don't understand anything. That's the part of the problem. And that's why I get rid of those people, how I do. And I didn't block them. I really didn't. I shut them down like I do. That's the whole point of it. And that was a bad Jadakiss laugh, but I'll take it. So that's my point. If you move funny, you are funny. Period. Bottom line, I don't do business with that. Bottom line, we do it a little different. We do it a little different. These people, you don't know how many people hate on the low. I don't expect to know everybody who's hating. But I do know they're player haters. And I do know one thing. Your favorite rappers time, your favorite movie stars time, your favorites time, your favorite moguls time, your favorites ever's time. You know how I rock. It's all rights reserved. We age like fine wine and we get everything we deserve while we dine. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, click up the all so you get the notifications. All rights reserved.